felt like I was doing Candido's second week program, and what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of AM Training. It is week 8, and this episode is brought to you by High Bar and Anavar. It's lifestyle. If you guys don't know where that's from, you guys need to listen to more podcasts other than, the Powercast. So with that being said, let's go ahead and transition to what I want to talk about, which is High Bar, not Anavar. High Bar is feeling pretty froggy. It's feeling pretty good. High bar, this is my favorite week. I'm pretty much going heavy singles for 9 reps or 9 singles, and then just go ham on the last set. So I just got finished, was it yesterday? 2 days ago with high bar, and pretty much everything went well except for the 8th rep, which I don't know if I misgrooved. I kind of grinded it. Conveniently, I forgot to record. Yeah, I know. I'm hiding my grinding from you, but I don't think I've ever, I'm sure my form broke down, but so that rep actually happened right before I tried to do a side cam. And I like doing the side cam because not only do I see depth and I see other things that I need to fix, but I can also see bar path. I've been kind of focusing a lot on bar path just because I feel like, you know, you want to make sure that you are not wasting any energy. Everything looks good. And I mean, while I'm at it, I might as well look at my client's bar path as well if they ever happen to give me a side angle, which, if any of you guys are watching, give me some side angles, bruh. So today is interesting. I had work and school, and it was a horrible time to sleep the night before because I had a paper to do. Freaking developmental psychology. Why do I need that as a prerequisite for physical therapy? But anyways, you guys don't care about that. It's not about training. It's training. So how did it affect my training? Well, I got 3 hours of sleep, and you're like, Al, you usually get 3 hours of sleep. Well, not anymore. I've been doing really well with getting at least an average of 7 hours of sleep. It was when I was going, you know, crazy with all the 10 classes, working full time. I feel like I always bring this up, but anyways, yeah, good for me. I worked hard before. I didn't get a lot of sleep, but you need to make sure that you do get your sleep, but sometimes life happens. So I'm not feeling that great. I'm feeling, especially my chest too, I feel like I did have that bench day, and bench day, I have a soreness in my right titty. Sorry, my wife doesn't like that word, but I apologize. My left jug. Is that better? But yes, it feels like soreness. It feels, and it's a different soreness. It almost feels like, I don't know if it's my rib or my sternum, but it just feels different. So I'm a little worried, especially since I have to go ahead and do some pin presses, some dead press, and because I know, who was it? Dave Tate talked about pin presses, how he says that they're the one exercise that kind of gets the most tears in triceps and pecs, and so with that in the back of my mind, hopefully it doesn't mess me up. Hopefully I don't tear a pec, but that's not good. So we'll see how it warms up. We'll see how it feels, because I might just call it a day and just call, you know, it's better to miss one day than miss a whole, I don't know how long it takes to recover from a pec tear. But let's go ahead and see how it goes. I'll see you in there because it's really hot right now. Alright guys, so that concludes week 8, and it kind of concludes it really badly, right? I mean, I failed the 7th rep. I was supposed to get 9 sets, but didn't get it. I typically don't like failing reps. I'm sure no one likes failing reps, but I try not to. Once you go for it, you do it, but in this particular case, I think it was maybe a combination of two things. Well, one of them was that maybe my numbers were a little high for this cycle because, I mean, I think I put 585 for a double, which technically I probably can do it, but when I pulled 600, that was on a Texas bar, so definitely a little bit more whip, a little bit more forgiving for sumo pullers. And with the bar that I pulled on there, it's, I don't know if it's exactly a stiff bar, but it definitely isn't a Texas deadlift bar, so that might be one of them. And then the other variable that kind of throws off my training, or at least for that day, was that my job needed me like an hour earlier, and I just pretty much had to train like within, I don't know, had to get my training and warm up all done within an hour, which was not good. So I was pretty much rushing my sets, which for a powerlifter, rushing the sets was pretty much like 3 minutes or less, and that's not good. I'm sure you guys know that as a powerlifter, we love 10 minutes of worth of rest, maybe even 15 sometimes. Really depends on how nauseous I feel. But yeah, it was, I felt like I was doing Candido's second week program, and I was doing like every minute on the minute. But yeah, what are you gonna do? Excuses is excuses, right? So I'm still gonna keep the numbers the same. I'm not gonna lower it down. I think it was more toward that kind of less rest. I feel like I can still pull 585 for a double, so pulling all those singles shouldn't have been a problem. But definitely some grinders there. I definitely am patient. At least I like that I'm patient off the floor, even though I feel like it feels like, you know, it's not budging in forever, and I feel like I'm just holding it there. I think my ability to grind, I feel like there's a giggity in there, ability to grind out is kind of pretty good for me, so yay me. Anyways, train hard, train smart, and don't fail your reps, man. So, like Hippocrates said, let thy squats be thy medicine, and thy medicine be thy squats. I believe that's verbatim, word for word there. And what I mean by that is that even though, you know, it's still kind of, you know, squats kind of bug the knee, I feel like squats are also the answer. But again,